Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Cell Perfect Form, the Android 18 banner unit that'll be coming with them, and a little bit more information about the upcoming celebration. And yeah, basically just talk about it and see the animations and just get a good feel for the units. They will be releasing on the 3rd of April, so yeah, pretty cool. So here we go. Leader skill tournament participants or worldwide chaos. Pretty good, 200%, 107%, plus the additional 50% for those who belong to Androids, accelerated battle. It being tournament participants or worldwide chaos is pretty interesting. So tournament participants will cover a lot of the Android Cell Saga units. Worldwide chaos will basically cover a little bit more than a lot of the Androids, and also will cover some Zamasu units, etc. The 50% very specifically targets though Android's category units and some Goku units because of accelerated battle. In terms of links, Gentleman, Messenger from the Future, Kamehameha, Big Red Buster, Shocking Speed Element, Lifeform, Fierce Battle, all standard Cell link sets, to be honest with you. Activates the entrance animation when there's a tournament participants category enemy or other tournament participants category ally at the start of his attacking turn. More than fine. High chance performing a crit, launches an additional super attack, and creates the domain Cell Games Arena. Basic effects: key +2, attack and defense of 200%, damage reduction of 20%, launches an additional attack, there's a great chance of becoming a super. When there's a tournament participants category enemy, 50% attack and defense. This isn't great. I assume they will bring out some kind of Android Cell Saga Red Zone or something, but really, I don't know, I don't always like these kind of locked behind. I don't mind locking behind team building because you can ultimately control that, but locking behind enemy means that there's always events where they just don't have the same effect. When attacking with 12 or more key, 150% attack. For every attack performed, defense up with 30% up to 150. When the character is KO'd, he'll revive with HP fully recovered. What's super interesting here is this is when the character is KO'd, so he has to be KO'd. Can't be anyone else. He has to be KO'd for his revive to kick in. Obviously someone else's revive can. After the character or an ally's revival is activated, he'll have damage reduction of 30% temporarily when receiving a super. If it's his character revival, he will get 15% damage reduction and guards all attacks. So that means if his revive activates, he'll have 35% damage reduction, guard, and an additional 30% when a super attack is fired at him. So what that means is you'll have 65% damage reduction and guard when a character fires a super attack at him should his revival be activated, which I think is pretty good, honestly, overall. His active skill, Deadly Showdown Begins, can be activated when HP is 70% or less starting from the 4th turn from the character's entry turn. Key +2, attack and defense of 35% in battle. He's pretty straightforward, I would say. He's a second slot unit, really. I do not think he's a first slot unit. Post revive, he can be somewhat tanky. That defense of 30% is going to kick in a lot, and his active skill is going to kick in a lot. So there is a lot of stuff that's going to happen that's going to boost his performance. 65% damage reduction, guard, solid defense will mean that he can tank in certain situations. I wouldn't say it makes him a outright tank post revival, but he is really solid. His attack also should be pretty good with all those multipliers. Tournament participants will buy Chaos, Androids, Accelerated Battle, Transformation Boost, Time Travelers, Artificial Lifeforms, Kamehameha, Android Cells like Attack, Goku, Power Absorption, Sworn Enemies, and Powerful Comeback. Pretty good stuff. In terms of his super attack effect, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy. More than fine, just kind of boosting that defense. Nothing too special here. He already has crit built in to the passive, so you've got that high chance of forming crit you can easily get. He's got those additional super attacks as well built in there, so really this is probably as good as it gets. His domain, tournament participants or category enemies and allies get 15%, Androids and Android Cell Saga category enemies and allies get an additional 15%, so pretty nice simple domain as well. Android 18 is his banner unit, War Tournament or Pepe Gals category, key +3. Greatly raises attack and defense in 1 turn, but we'll take a look at that just now. Overall, your solid standard Android 18 link set: Android Assault, Battlefield Diva, Brainiacs, Twin Terror, Shocking Speed, Infinite Energy, and Fierce Battle. Attack and defense of 180%, launches an additional attack, there's a high chance of becoming super. Rainbow Orb Creation, a well, 30% support for anyone. I like that they make it all allies because there will be super and extreme units if you're crossing the tournament participants team. And tournament participants category allies an additional 18%. So 48%, it's nice to throw the crit in there as well. It helps Cell as well. When attacking 12 or more key, attacking defense of 180%. When 3 or more tournament participant category allies are on the team, high chance of crit, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. And here's her defensive mechanism. It is a great chance, 70% of evading the enemy's attack as the second or third attacker. This helps her a lot because the rest of her kit all kicks in on super, so she needs that to really kind of hold down the fort. A good evasion support, that's a lot of what general banner units are nowadays. She's a good support to help out the team, which is fine. Greatly raises attacking defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy. Standard teams as well. War Tournament, Pepe Gals, Marsh and Brew Saga, super interesting. Obviously she still benefits in full because of the androids, but super interesting. They obviously chose the Marsh and Brew Saga one to make sure she's in tournament participants because she doesn't participate in the Cell game. So very interesting there. Greatly raises attacking defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage with a great chance of stunning. All good stuff. Overall, her and Cell look decent. Look, he's your standard, I would say, 2025 Dokkan Festival. This will be what they look like. Big leader skills, solid kits with lots of little bits of damage reduction floated around because they'll need that for whatever event they're in nowadays. Guard being conditional based on certain things, and yeah, just basically a solid unit. He isn't enough to revive Android Cell Saga on his own, but we do have some EZAs that are coming. Talking of those EZAs, we have the first one being Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Gohan Youth. They haven't given us the details post-transformation, which I find interesting, but we're getting a little bit of a preview here. Leader skill remains the same, which is fine. A little bit of good changes here for Goku, obviously, for the first 5 turns. He's got great chance of evasion, which is really good. He has that great chance of critting. He has that additional super attack. And he just looks pretty good. He's your standard evasion unit. Starting from the 6th turn, he will drop down a little bit in terms of defense, drop down a little bit in terms of evasion, and obviously he'll lose pretty much everything that he has. This is because you're supposed to transform into Gohan, but I definitely think he's a lot more manageable now, yeah, as a unit. The big thing is it's still all on super, so basically he can still all of his like defense on super, it's still all evasion on super, greatly raises his attack and greatly raises defense for 1 turn. Pretty cool. So overall, really nice change there. Cell will also be getting an EZA, really awesome. Android Cell Saga lead, as you can imagine, very nice for this Cell. The big question will be, how tanky will he be? How are they going to make him the first slot tank to Cell? Are they going to make them just a duo of second slot units? It's going to be interesting to see. He +1, attacking defense 250%, high chance of evasion. When facing 2 or more enemies, more evasion chance. When facing 3 or more enemies, more evasion chance. As he always was. When HP is 50% or more, even more evasion chance. So this is super interesting, which I think is really, really cool. He has, like, yeah, as you can see here, almost 100% evasion, I think, from the, yeah, like, passive here. And yeah, just pretty interesting overall. So we'll have to see just how he all comes together. Look, overall, I think this is a pretty interesting lineup, pretty good start to the celebration. We're going to have to see how they all unfold in combat. I'm hoping they'll introduce a new LR. I'm hoping they'll introduce some new units, but let's take a look at the animations and see how it goes. So yeah, look, overall, the animations I think are pretty good. I think, yeah, a little bit disappointed in Cell. I would have liked, yeah, how can I say, I would have liked more different dynamics for his combat moves. I think the intro is awesome. I mean, Cell's voice, presentation, it always sells me. I mean, he's one of my favorite villains from the series. I just like his swagger. But yeah, I think, yeah, a lot of it is great. His revive skill is pretty good. His, yeah, entrance animation is pretty good. His domain is pretty good. It's all done to that usual high Dokkan quality standard. The reference is taken from the anime, which is also very, very good. So for me, yeah, there's no problems. Like, I don't have a problem with his animations. I like them. I like them a lot. I think the issue for me, like I say, is just unfortunately for me, yeah, he just, I would have liked a different thing than that Kamehameha. To be honest with you, that's really as much as I can say. Like, I just would have preferred a non-Kamehameha based attack. Cell has so many cool things, and I know he mimics moves and everything, but Cell has so much cool stuff going on with him that I just think the Kamehameha, I would have preferred something more dynamic. Maybe it's a functional thing. Maybe one of the bosses will counter non-key supers or something.